Paz de la Huerta, Harvey Weinstein raped me twice. Ever since Harvey Weinstein was accused of rape, following other accusations of sexual harassment, more and more powerful men in Hollywood have been called out and accused of varying levels of disgusting, inexcusable behavior. But that doesn't mean that the world has moved on from Harvey Weinstein. More than 60 women have come forward with horror stories about him. Yet another woman has come forward. An actress, Paz de la Huerta, accused Harvey Weinstein of having raped her not once, but twice. The LAPD is actively investigating Harvey Weinstein, which means that everyone who comes forward with their story about the one-time mega producer's story is that much more important. Among the dozens of women who have told their #Me Too stories specifically about Weinstein were some big names. Lupita Nyong'o shared details of her Weinstein encounters. This may shock you, but Harvey Weinstein claims through a spokesperson that he remembers things differently. Game of Thrones star Lena Headey shared a story of narrowly escaping from Weinstein after his keycard miraculously failed to work. But it doesn't take a big name to have an impact. A former assistant has come forward with a chilling story of how her attempts to fend off Weinstein's alleged advances by telling him that she was on her period didn't work, and she says that he forced himself on her anyway. And now Boardwalk Empire actress Paz de la Huerta has come forward with her #Me Too story. Speaking in a phone interview to Vanity Fair, Paz de la Huerta accuses Harvey Weinstein of raping her twice. She says that she was 21 years old when Weinstein sent her science fiction novels and said to her that she might be right for a role in one of his projects. It was in 2010, when de la Huerta was 26, that Weinstein offered her a ride home to Tribeca after a hotel meeting. Remember, not that it matters because nothing excuses sexual assault, but hotel meetings are pretty standard in the entertainment industry. Paz de la Huerta says that Weinstein did more than just give her a ride, but followed her to her apartment and demanded to come inside and have a drink with her. Things got very uncomfortable very fast, de la Huerta told Vanity Fair. Paz de la Huerta continued her harrowing story. Immediately when we got inside the house, he started to kiss me and I kind of brushed him away. Be warned, folks, this is where it gets worse. Then he pushed me onto the bed and his pants were down and he lifted up my skirt. I felt afraid. It wasn't consensual. It happened very quickly. That's a small comfort, if any. He stuck himself inside me. When he was done he said he'd be calling me. I kind of just laid on the bed in shock. Tragically, de la Huerta says that this was the first of 2 assaults. She since tried to avoid him, but came home from a photo shoot in late 2010 to find that Weinstein arrived at her building's lobby. He hushed me and said, Let's talk about this in your apartment. We can only imagine how frightened she was in that moment. I was in no state. I was so terrified of him. I did say no, and when he was on top of me I said, I don't want to do this. Awful. He kept humping me and it was disgusting. He's like a pig. He raped me. Huerta describes how that second encounter ended. I lay there feeling sick. He looked at me and said, I'll put you in a play. He left and I never heard from him again. He knew he had done a bad thing. This is truly sickening. Huerta showed true bravery for sharing this story. Not only does Weinstein deny all accusations of rape, but other people will come out of the woodwork to ask stupid, insulting questions intended to place the blame on Huerta and not on the man she accuses of rape. Maybe one of the accusations against Weinstein will stick and, for the first time, he'll face real consequences.